Hello, friends. Today's interview requires a little bit of a preface. I'm actually becoming a little bit impressed with the amount of people that I know, because we've got some interesting characters to come on this program, and it surprises even me. And today we have one of those unique individuals, General Siad Abdi Nur, who fought against the United States in Mogadishu back in the 90s, as in Somalia, and now he's become, after his military career, he's become sort of an advocate for the full reunification and resuscitation of the Somalian homeland. So this is a pretty interesting guy, and this is definitely one side of that conflict that you're not going to hear in the mainstream media, that's for sure. So anyways, let the interview begin right now. So, General, I think I should start the interview with something that's, kind of the elephant in the room. I mean, you were literally in the position of one of the bad guys in a Hollywood movie. You were on the other side of the line of Black Hawk Down. And, I know that might be a little hard to talk about because, unfortunately, the government of my birth, I didn't vote for Clinton, but the government of my birth, they killed some of your colleagues and friends and possibly family members. So I understand the severity of this topic, but could you, tell us what your perception of this movie and this interpretation of history is?
Yes. The Americans mostly everybody knows American mostly everything is like a propaganda, mostly because even I never heard place where they are attack and they are defeat and they win. Even in Vietnam they are lost the battle. For us, when they are coming, they are just lies the world. They say we are going to fit starvation society, and then they are lost the battle. Example, in Iraq, the last they moved, they are, the Iraq up to today it's a conflict center. They never, they win it. Always wherever they go, it's like that. In the history, I never see American where they are, just win and say we are win. Only I heard the Coronado, because even the general who come for us that was the head of that army was called General Jonathan Howe. He's the one who attacked Granada and captured the Granada. And another thing is only Banaba, because this is a small country which they already put in embargo. They cannot train their army. They cannot defend their homeland and their country. They are small. When there's something saying, if you have no the equipment, you have moral, you can defeat the enemy. And that reason. All this propaganda they are making is useless. It's totally baseless. And we never see when 36 country come in my country. Those 36 country, each one we tested their army how they are fighters. We see the French legionnaire little bit they are more better than American. We fight with the Pakistanis more better than American. We fight with Egyptian more better than American. We fight with Algerian and Tunisian. They are more better than American. We never see the American. Their army. Only the army which we fight was the loser. Was the really is not. When you have got a battle tank more than and you are fighting with the civilian, which have no battle tank, and you have got helicopter gunships. How you lost all the soldiers which come there? No one retreat. Only little bit they escape. Who come for them to? Well, the American they cannot come. They are just begging the other tribes like Malaysian. They come with the 4 ABCs. All 4 ABC was well known. They are lost. We burned it. Other side, the American, they are coming with tanks. They are lost in the tank. They can't come. The area became the desert of us. We control the area. Then they are lost the battle. And that reason, all this propaganda which they are making in the the Black Hawk Down never show all that. They are showing that they are winning, but little bit they are fighting, they are kill. What they are saying is they are kill, the 500,000 people. That's true. They kill 500,000 and they kill 92 elders, intellectuals. That's true. Like I say, close to the 600,000 people. That because we don't have got, the artillery, we don't have got a gunfighter, gunship helicopter. That is, they are bombing the city. And when you bomb the city, people dying like that. It's a normal. It's a part of life. And that we never deny that. But we deny when we confronted them. They lost the battle. They never win it. They lost it. They are run away. And the body was there. It was a proof. Even they can't say, they always, when they are fight somewhere and they are saying, we lost 0. That they are taking, when they are taking their body. But when their body is remaining, they will say only we lost 1 person. Sometimes even they are denying some people of their army. They are denying, says nobody died there. It's like that. That reason, that is baseless. That Black Hawk Down film is baseless. But we never translate a book. We have got already. We write that history. We have the book I have got in my hand. It is Somali language. But we will translate very soon, and I hope I will give you, Mr. Media Man, I will give you that book now. It is in my bag. You're going to translate in the future. Thank you.
600,000 people. That's, not much you can really say about that. Anyways, General, question number 2 here on my list that I guess we'll go over to now is I really wanted to hear your thoughts about what is Somalia. And furthermore, you've worked on the sort of Somaliland side, but you've also been advising the Somalia side. So we have this Somaliland, like, what is actually going on with the history of your region, your country, your people, if it is one unified people? Let's kind of break this down because, to be honest, if you look up anything related to Somalia, you just hear about some pirates or you see stock photos of people with not the most wealth in the world, kind of just standing around in the desert. So what's the reality of Somalia? What's the culture? What's the history? What's the deal?
Somalia is one tribe, Somalia, with the different ethnic, because we have got a system which is you don't need any even ID, because in Somalis we count it from your name to the 40 grandfather and grandfather. That's everybody knows his name about that one. And that reason we have got good roots, which our culture is following the roots of the where we come from. We know each other, and we are native African. We are not a foreign comers. We are the homeland where we are settled. Really, it is we are really native. And that reason, Somalia, it is the Second World War. When the First World War, when the colonists come to Africa, they want to take party by party. It was the conference of it's called Scrambling of Africa, Berlin Conference. They are every country of the Western. They are taking one country. They are sharing the Africa, like like that one. That history is insisting in the geopolitics or the encyclopedia. But in Somalia, we never accepted the enslaving, and only they are coming in the sea coast, in the sea areas. They are never controlled totally in the rural area. They can't come because we have got the arrow and the menshar and the, which we fight with the foreigners. Those are our people, because our people is an, nomadic society and very patriotic society. We are not accepting foreign to control us. Then, but African who has settlement, farmers, they come and they capture, because farmers is a little bit weaker, because they always go to the farm and farming and coming home. They don't have got another things to do. They are capture it and they are fragmented Africa to the 54 countries. is today Africa. And Africa is one continent, and you know, it's like that. This, they are divided us for ethnic, like that one. Because Africa, they have got but that tribes. In Somalia, it's a one tribe. It's called Somali. That Somali means one tribe. Somali means when you are taking milk from the animals, they are saying Somal. That historic word come from the like that. That's our like a nickname, but they are our name today. That we are Somali. Somalis are the one tribe, but problem when the colonists come, he divided. They want to make like a Kurdi. They want to make, you know, 5 pieces. 1 piece taken by French, 3 pieces taken by British, and 1 part taken by, you know, Italian. Then 13 young generations in Second World War, they start to unite the people. They try to raise the society because they are not accepting us to go in school. They are not accepting us to come in the city. We are staying in the rural area. Some who, you know, loyal to them, he can come in the city. And that one, he sent his children in the school, and those children are the one who raise the nation. Those children, they start to unite the country. We unite 2 parties, which is controlled by British and by Italian. But the other 3 parties, French, he says we will not accept if they are joining the Somalia by force. Still today is Djibouti, insist small region, like it's maybe like 500,000 people are living there. Another one is given by Ethiopia. Another one they are already given to Kenya. That's Somalia divided like that one. Then how after that, when the Soviet collapse and they are coming, they start the, you know, the regime change. When the regime change, we are the part of that regime change. Our president was overthrown and by the rebel which against him. When we are having this one, because the, you know, situation always, you know, the mood always changes the society. They are mentally. When we come to, you know, to this to happen, again, you know, they are starting to. They say so we cannot unite Somalia because they are people who oppose the colonization system. And that reason they are making balkanization, party by party, party by party. Now it is 7 presidents they are back for them, each president. The Somaliland is one of that. And the president, he is just president, but he is not controlling even any sub-colony. We have got sub-colonies. And that Somaliland is one sub-colony who have got 5 sub-colonies with them. Only the one who controlled the, you know, colonist, he is very smart. The British come there, they are infested, you know, the one tribe. They are dominate others. The others is totally dominated and totally impressed by those who is favored by British. Those they are suffering, really they are suffering. Other, you know, it's called one sub-colony is called Dulbahante. Now they are fighting it. Other sub-colony is called Wasingiri. Now they are also fighting it. Other sub-colony is called Ise. They are still fighting it. Other is called Gudabirse. They are still fighting. Somaliland, what is called is that one. Only what who dominated is called is a sub-colony Sab. And that they cannot control. The only they can secure the small city like Hargeisa, Berbera, and Burho, and you know, Borami. That only are safe. You cannot go outside that. If you go out, no foreigner can survive there. That reason you cannot say Somaliland is peace. Just it's a lip service of Western, where the British still. They are training for them. You know, special Brab police is called RRU. RRU is the British training them and give them weapons and give them some training. They are always one who is opposite the idea of the colonization is neutralized, killing, you know, like you know, assassination, harassment is taking place, unlawful operations taking place. You cannot say that's totally all the same president. Somaliland is that one. Somaliland, and now themselves even they are surprised when the Somaliland now divide and fight. They are even cannot survive. Before last Anod was controlled by that tribe. It's called Sam. Now it's been defeated. Now it's close to the Burha. It's close. After some time, maybe they are going to take it. You cannot say that, such kind you cannot form the government. And regional, small region, you cannot make him government. What the West want? They want a balkanization and to control Somalia like an Emirat because they want our resource. And the resource unity, they cannot take it. They cannot take the unity, that resource. That reason they have to divide us, and then they have to create for us a peaceful solution to fight each other's fragmentation, and then that time is their benefit is taking place. That's what they want.
So, General, on this program, one of our main goals is to sort of always look at things through a Russian lens, be that the way people in Russian power think, or Russian society, or the media, or whatever, or at least tie in something related to Russia, as it is sort of my area of expertise. And one thing I've noticed is that since the beginning of the special military operation, a conflict that is entirely happening on the territory of Europe, things in Africa seem to have changed. I mean, for years upon years, I've seen a lot of African politicians, whether they like it or not, listen to especially the French government in particular, but also the American one and the British one, come down there and basically tell them how to live and tell them what to do. And they're usually like, yeah, I guess we can, let's be partners or whatever. And now, it's like Macron might as well be persona non grata there in the entire French establishment. It looks like attitudes are changing in Africa towards everything. So, but again, now I'm stuck in the Russian information space, and perhaps this is some sort of Russian propaganda and nothing has changed. So has this special military operation taking place entirely in Europe had a huge effect on Africa, or is that just a media myth?
Okay, that's great. That even myself, include myself, if the war of the Ukraine is not broke out and the West never feel that, because West before there was pretending they are really in busy with how to control and divide Africa and like that one. It was difficult to me to talk like this one because they are putting you in wanted list, embargo, like that one. Many times without I'm doing anything, without I talk in my country. They put me in the UN put me embargo many times. Even they are saying one time he's an obstacle for the country peace. I was not obstacle for my country peace. I saying leave us, let us live like a human being. We talk about our country. When we are 5 men and we want to talk the country topic and our problem, they are just empowering one guy and say everything no, and they are corrupted that guy and he's going to against us. And that reason when I see this they are West doing like that one, I oppose their idea. And after that they are to criminalize me and say, oh, we put you embargo, we like that one, we are going to take you high court, international court. Like that is a part of life. Nowadays they are their tongue is a little bit weaker than that because of the Russia show them the bad action can be defeated sometimes because the Russia we understand the African country understand why the Russia attack the Ukraine to defend their homeland because the Russia never looking to colonize other country, but they are coming in and they want to create for them problem. They want to create their neighboring countries to put missile and to make it hostile area and to create for them, because when you are close house of your neighbor is burning, your house cannot survive. That is reason why the Russia need to be safe, and that we appreciate Russia and all Africa now. We are really supporting the society. I can say society of Africa. Leave the the henchman president, which they are already give him worry and they give him insecurity and they say we will kill you like Gaddafi, who is scared maybe can quit. But all other Africans who have got open-minded And the people of Africa, 100% we support Russia. We are saying Russia is right, and they are defending their homeland, and they are defending the world rights. And that's what we need, really. But the defensive of Russia, we want Russia to share with us as we African. We need also to be safe like that way, because we have got a political domination of West. We have got resource looting. We have got corruption bringing in our country and creating rebel against the rebel, against one person. And one consular of the West coming and control every country. They say the consular call you. How you see the consular is calling the president and saying, "Come my office," and he is going to give the advice of his country. Like that was very shameful. And all African people understand that well. They understand really West what they want. It's like that. And that reason now the Russia have got support of the world. As I can say, 100%. Because where we are seeing as Africans, we see in the Russia now is a 7. That's why even the money country opposed to sell their petrol, the dollar. That's why the dollar now is money country is opposite. We know it. When Africa President Muammar al-Gaddafi tried to unite African currency and economy, they attack him and kill him without reason. And the one who always opposite your life, he cannot be your defender. And that reason and also they are not accept we defend our homeland, because they are putting us embargo. No weapons we can make it, and no weapons we can bring. No company which we can invite it. They are already doing for us like that one. But the stage of the embargo, Russia is already passed. I don't think an embargo will have as I see how the Russia is rich. But the one thing that Russian society need, only I understand, the Russia society, they have to, mostly they have to business minded, and they have to come Africa and share with us their profit and our profit. Because Russia, if they are learning the business, mostly the Russian people, if they are learning the business like a Western, Africa can come in Russia friendly, and they can share with the development. And what we want, the Russia already developed it, but we request Russia in Africa to stand with us and to help us to develop us to be the states. And that is what we expect is like that.
Now, General, I know you have to get going soon, so this is my last big question for you, but I want to kind of understand the role of the United States in this thing, and the role of Russia. Again, Kirby Russia, of course. So with Somaliland and these divisions within the society, is this more of a sort of natural thing? Is this something like from the colonial days? Or is this something that, the United States had a really direct effect on, like in the 1990s? And also, if you could tell us what Somalian and Russian relations look like right now, especially after the beginning of the war.
To say, mostly, the one who divided cannot cannot reunite you. The one who divided you. That's the answer of the you can know it, and that's why they want our resource. Why they created 7 presidents. Each region they want to control it separately, and to deal with the resource with that president which they are making. And they are formed one president who is just ceremonial president, and all of them they are like ceremonial, and every one of them they already make for them something they are called. We are taking democratic from top to the ground. Means they say the people have to have the rules must be inside the people. That means people will not rule. The only some cabinet will rule the country, but the way of the domination and way of colonization is like that one. When you want to colonize a group of the people or a country, you have to say, I'm doing for you good things. It is like that one. You will you will create for them a frame network which is favoring you. That is what they are doing always. They are making the government is a 7 president. One is the head of the president, and all others are the 6. This 6 president, each one he can talk, he can go where he want. Each one he have got his foreign minister, he have got his internal minister, he have got, and he can go where country he want. He can meet and he can sign every paper which he want through the resource and like that one. Because they want all their companies. Because you can know, you know that always it's you know company system. Because they want to make, you know, the like when the companies are private, like a privatization system of the company they are making. You cannot say my country is government is insist, because already it's like that. That's why they make. That means to fragment it and to benefit it through your own inquiry. Their own inquiry is they need the resource, and they already implement you know, powerless society, powerless government, and they make the people poverty, and thus people have to think always what to eat and how to live. That's where they are just, you know, create for us. When you are thinking about how to live tonight, you cannot thinking about the development and the future. That's very less. That the one who is really sacrificing can accept that, but the mostly of the society is difficult for them. That's what they make. They already make, and everyone is coming through the corruption of them. And that, you know, that they are asking the donors money. That donors they will use. And also it's like a credit, always they're using. They're saying it's a credit, you are taking credit 5 million. When they give you 5 million, they will give you 500,000, but all other 400 and something is for them. And that one is your credit, already they're giving you credit. And we come to know this one, we already recognize that they are, you know, baseless, you know, and also benefited of themselves, where they are really you know, created for the African, how to humiliate. When the one country says, I don't want anything, they will say he's against the human rights, and after that they are criminalized, like you know, like Eritrea, how they are now having. They are putting embargo without doing anything. They never attack any country. They never did anything badness. Only they say we don't need credit and we don't need NGO. That's all. When you say I don't need NGO, I don't need credit, I don't want McDonald's to come to me, that you are criminal. That's what they are doing, you know. And also sometimes they are if they are not winning for that, they are created a new generation manipulation system. They are created bringing music and something which is a wrong mentality. It's how to destroy the future of the nation and how to dominate in the future after. But if the country they have got like how the, you know, the how the Russia is like, they get one who have got knowledge of the old future and new future. The president of Russia, he have got he knows the old future and he knows the new future, and that he creates how to save his country. We want it like that one. We expect it. That's why we want a resemblance of the, you know, the Russia. We want to take their shadow, you know, their footprint of the Russia. We want to, you know, the money of our children. Why we are supporting Russia? How the Russia they know how to fail and how to, because when the Soviet come they are collapsed and now they are overcome, and now today they are really is a part of today. We can surprise, we can say even more better than Soviet Union, but they have to unite and become like the Soviet Union. You know, themselves, example, when they are, you know, always they are created domination system, continental domination system, like what they are making Western Europe. They are saying Western Europe is only who is staying, I think 700 bases of Americans everywhere and British. Why they are making those bases if they want a peace? There is no something called peace. They want the war because they are profited the war, because they are wanted resource of other country. The America have got a reserve of the petrol more than you know the other Arabian country. But they want to, you know, make those. They want to sack that one and make war and themselves to remain in the world in the future. What they want is like that one. Everybody recognize that.
So anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video and you like the opinions coming out of my big fat mouth, then join up on my Telegram channel. That's Tim Kirby Hardcore on Telegram. Link, of course, in the description.